Hey, y'all. Come on out here, man. We're about to get this thing started. Y'all know how we do it out here, right? Where we going, man? Where we going?
All right, my fishing friends, we were out on the Cape Fear the other day, just doing some fishing, looking for some blues and some Spanish. Didn't find any Spanish, but I did hit a couple of blues. Basically, I was just kind of drifting and looking on the fish finder, and if I could find some bait fish, I would start throwing out my gotcha plug, and the blues were hitting it, and I got a couple of halfway decent ones, 14, 15 inches. They were biting it pretty quick, but the current was so strong it kept pulling me back, and I'd have to move the boat, look for the bait pole, drift again. So I kind of got a little tired of that after a while. So there was a nice little sandbar over across from Fort Caswell. I just kind of went over there and got another light rod with a Carolina rig and some shrimp, and the black drum were just all over it. It was high tide, and so there were blues jumping out there, but I couldn't seem to snag them. But the drum were taking the bait. Now this guy was only about 13 inches, 12 or 13 inches, so he was short. He was going back. And of course they weren't the only thing out there. I got this little stingray. The rays in the summer, always with the rays. I should probably start eating these things. I catch so many of them. But he was real little actually, so we just got him off the hook and threw him back, and he swam away happy. Here he goes. Goodbye. Back into the water. And then caught another drum after that. This one, they were just getting a little bigger each time, so the first one was a little bit smaller, but now this one was probably about 14 inches, and my wife was like, you got to keep that. And I was like, nah, it's short. She's like, no, you got to keep it. And I was like, no, he's short. So he went back in the water. But that wasn't the big story of the day. The big story of the day was the fish that got away. Well, it didn't actually get away. I just didn't catch it. Yeah, there's that fish right there. He's not bad for a drum, but you know what? He can grow up and get a little bigger. So he's coming off that hook and going back in the water. Swimming away strong. There he goes. So in the meantime, the water was going out, the tide was going out, and my boat had been floating pretty close about right here, and it was getting low, so I said, I got to go move this boat out there. So I told my wife, who was sitting on the sandbar, I said, watch my pole. You got to watch it for me. And then she's watching it. The next thing I know, she comes over to me. She got this 17-inch black drum. I was like, are you kidding me? So we decided to go to Fishy Fishy, but she stole my fish. So if you don't believe me, here's a story in her words. She stole my fish.
I did not steal your fish. You said check my fishing rod. I have to go move the boat. And so I looked over and I saw that the fishing rod was moving a little bit. And I was like, there's probably nothing on it. But I was like, if I don't go check it, he'll get mad at me. So I went and checked it, and it was like, there was something on it. And then I just thought it was a stingray. I was like, it's probably just a stingray because I saw a bunch of stingrays when I was wading through the water. And then I started pulling it in. I'm like, this is really heavy.
Stole my fish.
I hope it's not stuck on something. And I thought it was stuck maybe for a few minutes. And it wasn't. And I pulled in this giant fish. It's like this big. Is it really that big?
17 inches.
It's like
Got nutritious lunch.
Yes. I got my dairy. I got my protein. I got my vegetables. My lettuce for my vegetables. My healthy starch.
So anyway, we walked away with a couple of blues and a really nice big black drum, and my wife can cook up the food even if she steals my fish. Chef Kimberly, what have you prepared for us tonight?
A crab meat stuffed black drum with some cilantro lime rice and a side of zucchini and squash with olive oil and garlic.
And what's this stuff?
I just said that, cilantro rice.
Oh, cilantro rice. Okay, double checking. Looks good.